success. When you embrace the fullness of your worth, it empowers you to set higher standards, pursue greater goals, and refuse to settle for anything less than the best in all areas of life. Many people struggle with self-worth because they've allowed their value to be defined by external factors. Perhaps it's the opinions of others, past mistakes, or life setbacks that have left you feeling unworthy. These things might have whispered lies into your soul, telling you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. But your worth is not tied to your circumstances. It isn't defined by what you've done or what's been done to you. Your worth is inherent. It is unshakable and doesn't diminish because of what life throws your way. When he looks at the dog who is scratching luxuriously behind his hands, when you lack a sense of self-worth, it shows up in every area of your life. You tolerate things you shouldn't, unhealthy relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or even mistreatment, because a part of you believes you don't deserve better. You hesitate to dream big because you don't think you're capable or worthy of achieving great things. These patterns can keep you trapped in a cycle of mediocrity, convincing you that this is the best you can hope for. But the truth is, the moment you begin to see yourself differently, everything around you starts to shift. Real self-worth comes from within. It's a decision to honor the unique gifts, talents, and purpose that you were created with. This isn't about ignoring your flaws or pretending you don't have areas for growth. It's about recognizing that you are valuable despite those flaws, and that you are worthy of striving for the best that life has to offer. Self-worth says, I matter enough to set boundaries, to pursue my goals, and to surround myself with people and opportunities that reflect my value. Not about waiting for someone else to validate you. It's about knowing who you are and walking in that truth with boldness. When you begin to value yourself, your decisions change. You no longer settle for less than you deserve, because you recognize that your time, energy, and heart are too precious to waste. You stop seeking approval from people who don't see your worth because you've already validated yourself. You take risks, embrace challenges, and pursue your dreams with a sense of confidence, knowing that you are worthy of success. This shift in mindset doesn't just affect you, it impacts the people around you. When you carry yourself with self-worth, others begin to treat you differently. They see the respect you have for yourself and respond in kind. You inspire those around you to elevate their standards as well, creating a ripple effect of growth and empowerment. Self-worth is contagious because it reflects a life lived with intention and purpose. At the core of raising your standards and achieving anything you want is this simple truth. You have to believe you're worth it. You have to see yourself as someone who deserves to win, to thrive, and to live a life of meaning. The world often mirrors what you project. And when you carry yourself with self-worth, the world opens doors that once seemed locked. Self-worth isn't something you earn or achieve. It's something you uncover and embrace. And it has the power to transform every aspect of your life. Consistency and discipline are the building blocks of a transformed life. They are the quiet, unglamorous forces that separate those who achieve their goals from those who merely wish for them. Talent, intelligence, and even passion can only take you so far without the steady, unrelenting effort of showing up every day, doing what needs to be done, and staying the course when the excitement fades. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Discipline isn't about deprivation. It's about devotion to a purpose greater than your momentary feelings. Together, they create the foundation upon which success is built. And every great achievement is rooted in consistency. It's easy to be motivated at the start of a journey, when the vision is fresh and the possibilities feel endless. But what happens when the path becomes difficult, when progress feels slow, or when obstacles arise? Many give up, not because they lack ability or potential, but because they lack the discipline to keep going. Discipline is what keeps you moving when the initial spark of excitement dims. It's the commitment to act, not based on how you feel in the moment, but based on the standards you've set and the future you've envisioned. Consistency requires you to show up even when the results aren't immediate. It's easy to underestimate the power of small, daily actions. People often think they need to make drastic changes or dramatic leaps to see progress. But transformation happens in the mundane, repetitive tasks that compound over time. A single workout doesn't transform your body, but a consistent routine does. One productive day doesn't build a career, but a string of focused days can change the trajectory of your life. Small steps, taken consistently, create momentum that builds into extraordinary outcomes. Discipline is the bridge between intention and action. Many people have great intentions. They dream of success, happiness, and fulfillment. But without discipline, those intentions remain unfulfilled. Discipline is what allows you to push past distractions, resist temptations, and stay aligned with your goals. It's not always easy, and it's rarely convenient, but it is always worth it. When you practice discipline, you train yourself to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term comfort. You learn to say no to the things that don't serve your purpose, so you can say yes to the life you've been called to live. And I say, Ali's, consistency and discipline are not traits reserved for a select few. They are habits that anyone can develop. They are not about being perfect or never making mistakes. Life happens. Setbacks occur, and there will be days when you fall short. What matters is your ability to get back up, refocus, and continue moving forward. The power of consistency lies in its resilience, and the strength of discipline lies in its resolve. Together, they create a rhythm of progress that cannot be derailed by momentary setbacks. As you cultivate consistency and discipline, you begin to see yourself differently. You start to trust yourself more because you've proven that you can follow through on your commitments. This self-trust builds confidence, and that confidence fuels even greater action. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes second nature, and the habits you've developed begin to transform not just your behavior, but your identity. You see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who perseveres, someone who finishes what they start. It's a good one, but wasn't really for you. You're a night out and a Friday mourner. Consistency and discipline don't just change your external circumstances. They change who you are at your core. They instill a sense of integrity and purpose that carries you through every challenge. When you commit to these principles, you're no longer waiting for the right time, the perfect conditions, or a sudden burst of motivation. You become the kind of person who creates results through steady, intentional effort. The rewards of a consistent and disciplined life are not just the achievements you gain, but the person you become in the process. Vision is the force that pulls you forward when the road gets tough. It's not just a vague idea of what you want to accomplish. It's a clear, compelling picture of the life you're working to create. Vision goes beyond setting goals. It's about defining a destination so vividly that it becomes a source of inspiration and direction every single day. Without vision, you can easily become lost in the noise and chaos of life, distracted by short-term obstacles and fleeting opportunities. But when you have vision, you see beyond the immediate. You recognize where you're headed, and you find the strength to keep moving, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Vision begins with clarity. It's impossible to walk confidently toward something if you don't know what it looks like. Many people struggle because they haven't taken the time to envision their future with specificity and boldness. What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of impact do you want to make? What are the values and dreams that guide your decisions? Vision requires you to look inward, to connect with your purpose, and to articulate the kind of legacy you want to leave. It's not about settling for what feels realistic or safe. It's about daring to imagine a future that excites and challenges you. A powerful vision stirs something deep within you. It doesn't just sit in your mind. It takes root in your heart. It becomes a driving force that pushes you to take action, even when the odds are stacked against you. Vision gives you something to fight for. It keeps you focused when distractions arise and motivated when setbacks occur. It's the thing that whispers, "Keep going," when everything around you says, "Give up." Without vision, it's easy to lose sight of why you're working so hard or enduring so much. With it, every step forward has meaning. Vision also serves as a filter for your decisions. When you have a clear picture of where you're headed, it becomes easier to say yes to the right opportunities and no to the wrong ones. You stop wasting time on things that don't align with your purpose because you're guided by something bigger. Vision simplifies your path, not because it removes challenges, but because it gives you a framework for navigating them. You stop reacting to life and start living intentionally, making choices that bring you closer to the future you've envisioned. Footnote: the beauty of vision is that it grows with you. As you take steps toward your goals, your perspective expands and your vision becomes even more refined. What once seemed impossible starts to feel achievable, and new possibilities emerge. Vision isn't static, it's dynamic, evolving as you gain experience and confidence. It adapts to the seasons of your life, always pulling you forward, always challenging you to rise higher. Having vision doesn't mean you won't face obstacles. In fact, the pursuit of a bold vision often invites resistance. But vision equips you with the resilience to press on. When you're clear about where you're going, temporary setbacks lose their power to derail you. You begin to see obstacles as part of the journey, not as reasons to turn back. Vision doesn't promise an easy path, but it provides the motivation to keep walking, step by step, until you reach the destination. The power of vision lies in its ability to transform not only your future, but also your present. It changes the way you approach each day, because it connects your daily actions to a greater purpose. Vision gives meaning to your efforts and turns ordinary moments into building blocks for an extraordinary life. When you live with vision, you don't just go through the motions. You live with intention, passion, and a sense of direction that few ever experience. Vision isn't just about seeing what's possible. It's about believing in it so deeply that you're willing to do whatever it takes to bring it to life. Faith in action is where transformation begins. It's one thing to believe in an idea, a dream, or a calling, but it's something entirely different to step out and act on that belief. Faith, when not paired with action, remains stagnant. It stays in the realm of potential rather than becoming something real. Acting on your faith is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's about taking bold steps, even when you don't have all the answers. Trusting that what you've envisioned is worth pursuing. Faith in action isn't about knowing every detail. It's about trusting the process and moving forward with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. Many people hesitate to take action because they want every piece of the puzzle to fall into place before they move. They wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect plan, or the perfect moment. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it often leads to inaction. Faith in action requires you to start where you are, with what you have, and take the first step. Even small actions, when aligned with your purpose, can create momentum that leads to extraordinary outcomes. I feel a little anxious. I feel stuck. It's not about having it all figured out. It's about having the courage to begin. Faith in action also demands perseverance. There will be times when the road feels long and progress seems slow. You may encounter challenges that test your resolve and moments that make you question whether you're on the right path. But faith is about seeing beyond the immediate. It's the conviction that your efforts, no matter how small they may seem in the moment, are working towards something greater. It's about believing in the promise of what's ahead, even when the present is difficult. Acting on faith is not a guarantee of an easy journey, but it is the assurance that every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. What makes faith in action powerful is that it often unlocks doors you didn't even know existed. When you step out in faith, opportunities tend to appear in unexpected ways. Resources, connections, and solutions have a way of finding you when you're actively moving toward your goals. But these things only show up when you're willing to act. Waiting on the sidelines keeps you from experiencing the breakthroughs that come from engaging with the process. Faith is not passive. It's a force that works best when it's set in motion. Faith in action also changes you. It builds confidence, resilience, and a deeper sense of trust in your abilities and in the journey itself. Each step you take reinforces your belief in what's possible, and over time, you start to see yourself differently. You recognize that you are capable of doing hard things, of navigating uncertainty, and of creating the life you've envisioned. Faith in action doesn't just move you closer to your goals. It transforms you into someone who is ready to receive and sustain the success you're working toward. We think it's appropriate to include a section focusing on art, creatives, and expression for those who might find it difficult. This kind of faith isn't reckless or impulsive. It's intentional. It requires you to align your actions with your values and your vision. It calls for a willingness to take calculated risks and make decisions rooted in purpose, not fear. Faith in action doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It means acknowledging those challenges and moving forward anyway, confident that the strength within you is greater than any obstacle you'll face. When you live with faith in action, you stop being held back by doubt, fear, or hesitation. You step into a mindset of possibility, where every action you take brings you closer to the life you were created to live. This isn't about blind optimism or wishful thinking. It's about grounded belief, paired with purposeful effort. Faith in action allows you to live boldly, to dream unapologetically, and to pursue your goals with the kind of determination that transforms not only your circumstances, but also your character.